Yo guys, I'm Fasty-Rides and welcome along today to this video. If you're new to the channel then welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, then it's nice to have you along for the ride. Today we're doing something a little different. It's sort of like a little extension onto my mental health video. Now I did say in that video that I had a pretty weird childhood, pretty screwed up in ways, and I thought I'd tell you one of the stories about my childhood. And we're going to go somewhere today, as the title says, dead bodies. Yes, when I was a young lad, me and my friend found a dead body. And I'm going to take you to the location and everything. Let's get past this lad. There we go. So first we need juice, so I need to fill the tank up. So we're going to go out for a run. But yeah, dead bodies. So I'm going to show you the place where the body was, what we were doing, where I lived at the time. And I'm just going to take you on a little bit tour and tell you the story about it. Because in all fairness, this is one pinnacle event in my childhood that played a massive part later on in life. And some of you are going to find this really bizarre and probably unbelievable and everything, but I swear to you, this is all true. This is my personal account, and I have got a friend who will corroborate every bit of information about this that I tell you, because he was there. In fact, he was the one who found it first. Now, he does live local to me. He is a biker as well. But first of all, let's get some motion lotion. You know what, and look at the prices as well, guys. The fucking prices haven't changed, but the quality of the fucking petrol's changed. It's got worse. In British government for you. Well, actually, no, it's not. It's BP and all them companies, because they lobby the government to do all this shit and pay the government silly amounts of money. So anyway, going back, I was living in these houses just here. I'll show you. And the friend in question lived on the next street up. So this is our old school, mine and David's. I call him David, even though that's not his real name. But that's our old school. And then this is my old street. What are you letting me go? Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. So this is where I used to live. Down here somewhere. Yeah, that one with the brown door. Number 12. That's where I lived many years ago. So that house there really is a back-to-back house that's been knocked through. Yeah, so as you can imagine, the kitchen down in the cellar area. Thanks for looking, pal. Bit thick. So anyway, me and David lived on the next street up, just there. And we used to hang around together quite a lot. We were the best buddy, really. Anyway, me and David decided one sunny day, to go fishing. Fishing in the river, and I'm going to take you there now. Yeah, so anyway, back to the story. Me and David cut through these woods up here, up by that pylon. Straight down the woods area. Now just behind them trees, this front row of trees, there is like a track being made for a BMX track. Just up there, which I'm going to show you on the drone, just round the corner there, is I don't know if I took my keys out the bike. I don't know. No, I didn't. Is a weir, and I'm going to get the drone up and I'm going to show you that. Right, let's do that then. Yeah, so as you can see here, guys, at this bridge here, all the railings were removed from it, and this is where me and my friend David walked down, and this is the location that we started fishing in to start off with. We weren't catching anything. In fact, we never caught anything. I don't even know why we bothered going fishing, because we were that bloody rubbish at it. Anyway, So we moved from this location and we went further upstream, just past the weir. I'll show you on the screen here. David, being David, was very... he had no patience whatsoever, so he decided to go swimming. Now, I wouldn't go swimming in that river because it's bloody filthy, it's disgusting, there's all sorts in it. Well, you'll soon hear that, won't you? So David decided to go down to the weir and play around on the rocks and the weir and all that lot. But bear in mind at this time, guys, that the river was a lot higher. It was all along that weir was covered in water. It was flowing over the top of it. Nowadays, a lot of it's just fallen through and everything. So David came back and he couldn't speak, and he eventually said to me, "There's a dead body. There's a dead body," and he was saying it so bad. I was like, what are you on about? We're only, well, he was actually younger than me. He was about 9 and I think I was 11, and he said, "There's a dead body, there's a dead body." I'm like, talking shit, mate. But then I saw how his face was, how scared he was. He was so scared now. David were fearless as a kid. Not faced him, I'll tell you. And yeah, he was shook up. So I says, right, I'll come and have a look. And then if you notice, just next to the weir, there's like 4 or 5 big slabs of stone down the side of it. So I jumped onto them. So anyway, David came on and said, "There's a dead body, blah, blah, blah." I didn't believe him. And then I went down and had a look for myself, and I could clearly see that that was a man bent over a weir. He had a black suit on, like an old man's black suit, like from, I don't know, as you would see some days. And it wasn't like a particularly great suit, it was like an old working man's suit, you know. And I could clearly see him, and so I says to David, "Right, come on, we've got to go get the police, we've got to go get the police." And Dave says, "They won't believe us, they won't believe us." I said, "Well, tough, innit, we've got to tell somebody." So we packed up our stuff in like a nanosecond. And then we ran onto the police station in Sawbury Bridge. And I'll take you there now. I'm going to show you the route that we took to get there and everything. So if you imagine, I was just over the other side of them trees there, talking to that lady. So there's the river just in front of us, and that's where we came out. So we came through here, past the pavilion area here, and then I walked it on here. We ran actually. We were that scared. Yeah, we were worried. So we ran it on here with this fishing gear. We were well funny in that sort of sense. We must have looked like a right set of bell ends, buddy. Running on here, because he was piss wet through with David in his underpants or in his boxer shorts, I can't remember. Came under bridge here. Came on here. And then this is the police station on the corner here. Just there, that building. Now it's not a police station anymore, that. I don't know what it is, but that used to be the police station. So me and David, we went in there. We said to the policeman, "We found a dead body, mate. Honestly, we found a dead body." And he was like, we don't believe you, blah, blah, blah. And we convinced them in the end. And one of them took us on in a police car. And he got on his radio and he says, "They're telling the truth. There's a dead body." And then that was it. They sent us, oh no, I think they dropped us off at home, or did they send us home? I can't remember. I think they just sent us home, or we walked back up the woods. And my dad at the time, well, I said to my dad, "Dad, we found a dead body, and the police are coming up to take a statement tonight." Anyway, gave me a right rollicking. "I've no bloody tax on car," all this sort of stuff. So we ended up pushing car down road so copper wouldn't see it. How ridiculous is that? So doing right thing gets you a bollocking. Police came, took a statement. He didn't get done for having no tax on his car. 'Cause back then it were tax discs, you see. Now it's all digital. So the next thing, me and David obviously met up the next day, and we went down there to see if there were out going on, see if police were there or like that. And there was like a divers team, there was like a massive bus with police written on it all outside, you know, like a crime scene sort of thing. And we went down and we spoke to them, and they showed us everything, what they were doing and all that lot. And they told us that they were in, I mean, they were obviously asking this because they thought we might have nicked it, but they were looking for a gold watch, a gold necklace and a gold ring in the river. And then they told us that the guy had jumped in the river to commit suicide 10 days before up at Hebden Bridge, and then it floated down there over a period of 10 days, and yeah, and he was there. And then David told me his side of events and stuff. He may have told me earlier, and from what I remember, I'm sure it goes something like this, that he was walking along the weir, the top of the weir, and to see what this thing was that were hanging over it, and then he got to it, thought it was like a Guy Fawkes or something, and then prodded it with a stick, and all his face was like disgusting. It was like see-through skin because it had been in the river that long. And I think he said that the face, the skin fell off or something along them lines. Then he panicked and ran to me and told me. And I was like, right, let's get out of here. But in a more panicked state, obviously. Yeah. Anyway, so why is that a pinnacle point in my life? Well, I'm going to do a lot more videos on places I've lived and things I've seen and things, and all these little stories, because there's a lot of them. And that was one. Like, for instance, every house that we had after then, I could see the man's face, and he was like stood behind me all the time. I remember going down to the kitchen to get something to eat, or going down into the cellar to do something. And even in other houses that we lived in, we did move to Wakefield after then. Oh no, we moved to Hipperham and then we moved to Wakefield. But at Wakefield we had a cellar then, and every time I went into the cellar to the fridge, he'd be stood at the bottom of the stairs waiting for me to go up. And it were horrible, mate. It were really war. And that house in Wakefield, one day I'll show you guys, but I'll tell you the story about that. But God, that was an awful house. Disgustingly, oh, it was awful, and the story still haunts me today. So let's go in here and make a cup of coffee. But yeah, that's all there is time for today, guys. So if you did like the video, then please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't, because only 20% of you guys are watching are subscribed. And hit the like button, subscribe. Facebook if you want to go on a ride out. Instagram if you want to see live pictures. Hit me up on all of them. Write a comment down below, or